All right, so I want to talk about a couple of the new things that came out in Webex recently, show you kind of how they work and what you can do with them. So the first one is the presenter role, and the second one's going to be the thing that just really popped up this morning, which is the breakout room. So um, I'm going to hop in here real quick with scheduling and show you when I'm scheduling a meeting now, one of the options. I'm going to click right down here in the scheduling options is to enable breakout rooms right here. When you schedule it, if you check that, that'll give your meeting the breakout options. I believe you can go in and edit the current meeting. You can also start them from within the meeting as well, that it looks like. But if you want to make sure they're enabled, you can come into your, when you're scheduling a meeting, or go in and edit the meeting and make sure that's checked, and then save that, and you're good to go. Okay. So that's now an option in scheduling meeting, is all about the breakout room. So I'm going to hop over here to my meeting I've got going on. So I'm in a meeting right now, and I want to talk first about the presenter role and how that works. So I'm going to open up the participants list, and you can see that I'm the host right here. This is the host of the meeting, and I have two other participants in the meeting right now with me. Okay. I'm going to right click one of those people, and I'm going to change their role to presenter. Now you'll notice I have this share button right here that I normally have, the share feature right here. I'm going to make this person now the presenter. You'll notice my share button is now grayed out. Grayed out. There's no longer an anyone can share. One person can share at a time. So I made that person the presenter. They now have the right to share. If I right click me again, I can take back the presenter role, and I now have the right to share. I can come to this person and make them the presenter. They would then have the share button. Okay. Um, Whoever has that role is the one that has the share button, and the host or co-host can assign that role out during a meeting. So that's how that's going to work now when sharing, or you want someone else to share. All right, so breakout sessions. What does that enable you to do? Breakout sessions will now, when I click this little breakout session button, I can automatically do breakout sessions. So I have two participants other than me, assign two participants into one session, two participants per session, or I could say in two sessions. If this were 10 people, it would be 10 people into five sessions, it would be five per session. If I did four sessions or five sessions, it'd be two per session. So you can kind of see how that would work. Okay. I'm going to say two sessions, or I could say manually, and I can go in and create those assignments. I'm going to do them automatically here into two sessions. I'm going to create those assignments, and this is what opens up. Manually, the same thing would open, but you have to add the sessions, and they would pop here, and then you can choose the person right here and move them to a session. So I'm going to move me to session 2, or move me to session 1, and you can see how that would work. Okay. So you can move each student in or out. You can also exchange people into different sessions and move people around. So you can get your sessions however you want before you start the meeting. You also have settings, and you can choose what you want. Allow attendees to return to the main session. My feeling is you're in a breakout room till I pull you back, so I would have that off. Allow attendees to join session later, which means they would sit here till they join. Again, I probably wouldn't give them that choice. How long are the breakout rooms? You can choose that to automatically close, or you could say, nope, I'm going to end it manually, because you have an end button that occurs. I'm going to say these are 5-minute breakout sessions. And then a countdown warning, you can put that up, and then I tend to think 10 seconds or 30 seconds is long enough. A minute is just a long time when you know the meeting's ending and you're waiting for it to end there. And then when you're ready, you just click Start Breakout Sessions. The host will get a Join Now button. No one else gets that Join Now button except for the host. So I'm going to join now, since I was set to go to a breakout session, and you'll see that I'm in this session with one other person. If I click breakout sessions, I can now say that I want to move into this breakout session, you'll see that it's now going to move me. Oops, I moved them, sorry. Just clicked on the wrong person. Move me to breakout session 2. And now I'm in with the other attendee, okay? Sadly, all 3 attendees are just me. I'm in this meeting by myself. So you can choose as the host to move around from one breakout session to the next. So I'm going to move back to breakout session 1, see how it's going in there, and I can move back and forth to the different breakout sessions, okay? So this enables you to move around and do things in the breakout session. Whenever you're ready, you just hit end all breakout sessions and sessions. It gives that 10-second warning that they're closing. Everybody gets that they're closing. And then you return back to everybody in one meeting. Give it a second, it pulls everybody back in. And now we can clearly see all 3 participants right here inside the meeting. And if I was running this as a class, if I wanted that during that same day, if I open this, the same sessions are set up where I can just start them again. Okay, so once you've set them up for a day, it's easy to just send people back to their sessions if you want to pull them in and out for discussion purposes. So that's a nice, easy thing. The next day, of course, you'd have to do it again, but the automatic thing lets you break them out and then move things around as they're going, okay? So that is kind of how breakout sessions work, what you can do with them. Remember that your settings are right down here when you're doing those breakout sessions, and you start the breakout sessions, moves everybody out. And then whenever you're ready, you click the breakout session again. You can move from one session to the next or end all breakout sessions, and it pulls everybody back to the main session. All right, so one of the other things inside the breakout session that you'll see, set this up here. I got my breakout sessions ready to go. I start the breakout session. I'm going to join breakout session 1. And again, I can move around and from breakout session to breakout session. Okay. But one of the things that I have now, I can ask all to return if I left it open for them to return. I also can broadcast a message right here to everybody. So I can broadcast a message out. So in the middle of the breakout sessions, if I want them to think about something else, I can hop in here and say, oh, think about the character story and why they did what they did. So I can put in whatever I want and broadcast it out, and everybody would get that quick little message. Okay. So I can broadcast a message out to everybody. Participants have a ask for help button that appears that they can use if they're not in with the host at the moment. So I'm going to leave this breakout room real quick. I'm going to move to this one. Oops, keep doing that. Move them back out. Move me to breakout session 2. And I'm going to come into where this other attendee's at, and they have an ask for help button. Okay, and I clicked it real quick. You'll notice that what I get pops up is the attendees asking for help. So the participant is in their breakout session is saying, hey, I need help. I can quickly now join that session, leave the one I'm at, hop into theirs and say, hey, I noticed you need help. What can I help you with? So that's a little bit on our update to Webex. Hopefully this will help you out with all the things you've got going on in this distance learning environment and helps you guys out.